Vindigidy and Cordick. Vindigidy lost it. Chase ran into Kern and knocked him down. And they tangle together. Play goes on, though, into the corner. Blues trying to move it out. Hannon watching Chase. Chase gets it to the line. Hannon given a bump by Chase. Here comes Chase. He's in the slot. Passes back. Snaps. Shoots. Rebound. Here's a great chance. Score! Chase scores for St. Louis. .55 seconds left in that penalty to Fergus of the Maple Leafs. Vindigidy in there hitting. Here's the Har. He's in. Great save. Rebound. And Reese hangs on to it with Momesso coming in. And they don't like that. The Leafs go after Momesso as he charged in on the goaltender who was down trying to smother him.
And Reese made a big save on the initial breakaway and then found the puck before Momesso.
Poked away from Osborne. He got it back and lost it again. Osborne one more time. Penalty coming up. And it's going to be against Toronto Maple Leafs. Cordick goes off. Got the elbow up. And the Blues on the power play again.
Well, this is the wrong way to start a big game. I'm sure if John Cordick had not jumped and just had run into the St. Louis player along the boards, Van Hellemond wouldn't have called him. Andy Van Hellemond wants no trouble tonight. But watch John Cordick, 27 right here. See him jump?
Toward the line and couldn't get it out. Featherstone was tied up though, and now there's going to be a penalty. There's Featherstone in the penalty box. And the Leafs will have a power play goal, and here's the penalty. Harry, he got mad when he had a chance to move. He gave it to Brown, and his pass is stopped. Osborne bumping Zessel. And the tempers flare after that one. But the Leafs get it back, and they trail now by a goal.
Gary Lehman intercepted a pass when it was in the air to start the play, and Oates made a nice backhand pass to Pearson, who quickly shot it past a little surprise Curtis Joseph. This all started well after the goal when Ed Olczyk gave Lawler a little cuff in the forehead as he went by him. Andy Van Hellemond was going to the scorer's table to report the goal, and I doubt, Bob, that he saw this. Lehman and Wilson, bantamweights at best.
Richie Sutter and Curran looked as if they might go. Now Richie Sutter is there with Ramage.
Olczyk and Lawler started it, and if the referee Andy Van Hellemond saw it all, which he may not have, as I said, he was going over to the penalty box, Eddie Olczyk could get the extra one. Now the people down there want to avoid a misconduct, Bob. If they don't get out of there, Andy's going to start throwing the dime penalties around. And they know Leafs don't want to lose Lehman, Olczyk, Ramage, and those kind of guys for 10 minutes.
5-minute mark is the time of this goal here in the second period. This is not done yet.
Featherstone versus Ramage, they seem to be the ones that won't stop. Todd Gill is trying to pull Featherstone off Ramage. There's going to be a lot of 10-minute penalties here.
You know, it's been a fairly quiet series so far, up to this point. Right up to this point, on the Pearson goal, where the Leafs get back in it, down 2 goals. Now they're within 1 of St. Louis again, and I'm not quite sure what started all this, but everybody out there wants a piece of somebody else.
Van Hellemond has just instructed his 2 linesmen to get out of there and let these guys go if they want to. And you can see that Brossiker and Vines are letting them go. Andy's had enough. He says, you want to go, you dance? It's going to cost you 10 cents a dance here. 10-minute misconduct.
The important thing for these 2 teams now, which players are on the ice? I know that's what's going through the minds of Carpenter and Brian Sutter.
Well, the Blues have their checking line out there. And, of course, the Leafs have Olczyk, Pearson, and Lehman. So they're going to check them for 10 minutes, Bob, because they're going to be in the penalty box.
Todd Gill, a defenseman for the Leafs, he'll be going for sure. And I'm sure Rich Sutter of the Blues will be going. And Ramage, Lehman, Lowry, Wilson, Featherstone of St. Louis.
They don't stop, you're going to get a game misconduct. Van Hellemon's had enough of this, I'm sure.
Boy, this is a time where you really have to get a hold of your thoughts and say, wait a minute, Pearson goes. He has just scored the goal at this 5-minute mark. So he's in the penalty box, and Olchek is going to follow. It will be crowded on both sides. Lehman so far has escaped.
He's going too, though. They're all going.
Okay, here we go. Two goaltenders on the ice.
Two goaltenders and 20 gloves. Down in the corner.
Ahar put a high one in front of the net, and Reese, looking out, saw the Blues players stay close, and he held on to it. Another penalty coming up.
It's gone. It's a spearing penalty. And Van Hellemon waved Curran as soon as he saw it to the dressing room. The Leafs are going to get 5 in a game for this play right here. The spear on Kelly Chase. We've said it 100 times, it seems, in the playoffs. Needless penalties have hurt the Leafs as much as anything this year. And this is one right here. He's gone. 5 in a game.
Well, he left the skate for the penalty box, but quickly Van Hellemon looked over and waved to him and said, not there. This gate down here and behind the Leaf net is the way to the Leaf dressing room, so Curran is gone.
Well, it looks to me like Kelly Chase is gone as well. He's trying to go through the door. He should get 5 for spearing the door. Now here it is, 39 and 28. Watch Curran, 28. This is after the whistle. Osborne spears him right in the stomach. And Chase must have butt-ended Curran to start it all. I didn't see that on that replay, though.
I saw Van Hellemon make the butt-ending sign, the motion with his 2 hands, as if he had a stick there, and he was explaining to somebody that was definitely a butt end. Long shot missing. Cordick centered it. He was bumped by Gino Cavallini. And now there's a penalty call. Gino Cavallini is knocked down by Cordick. And Cordick is going to get a penalty. These two had it going for 2 games now. And Gino Cavallini got Cordick to lose his cool. And he did. He's going to go. I think it'll be just the 1 penalty. We'll see.
Well, John Cordick was mad at his teammates for not playing the way he thought they should have in games 1 and 2. And John, I think, has had his 2 best games as a Leaf and controlled his temper. But you have to take a hit every once in a while in this game, and there was absolutely nothing wrong with Cavallini's body check. And it didn't hurt Cordick, but it possibly hurt his feelings. And now his teammates have to kill off 2 needless minutes because John could control his temper.
Roughing the call, and Cordick, the penalized player, to Zessel. Lowry in front of the net. Oh, what a save by Reese. Lowry again. Reese has been hurt. He made a big save on Lowry early in the period, and now another here. But he's shaken up with this one.
He broke his kneecap earlier this year in Newmarket. You have to wonder whether that could be the problem. He went down to stop Lowry's shot and has yet to get up.
I thought he played well, very well, in the 2 games here in St. Louis. And then up until that overtime heartbreaker, he was solid. Then Jeff Reese came in and won a game for the Maple Leafs, and he was solid. Now he has to leave injured.
The expression on his face, it looks as much like disgust as pain, as if he's re-injured his leg, and he was out for a long time. And here they're slowly taking him out of the end of the rink to the dressing room, and they're going to stop dragging him and carry him here.
Hannon and Pearson. He's in there with a shot. Oh, and a nice save by Joseph. And now now he has been hurt. He is still getting up. He had to stretch a long way to make that skate save, and Riondo is back to the bench getting ready. Looks like another goaltender change. Now he tries to center it. The Blues can't move it. Olczyk again with Vindigidy. 150, never break. Lowry upended. No penalty. Play continues. Lowry tried to center it. Bester trying to keep it behind the net. A scramble for